Namaskar, my name is Suraj Pandit, and I am a sophomore from Houston, Texas. Today I will be exploring the similarities and differences between Eastern Vedanta and Western Abrahamic beliefs. In particular, I will be highlighting the unique aspects of Kashmiri Shaivism as they relate to the Vedanta tradition. First, let us compare Dharmic and Abrahamic traditions. So to start with, the biggest difference between these two is the way that each belief system views God. Both belief systems agree in one supreme being. However, in Dharmic traditions, God is the creator and unmanifest reality. God is immanent and transcendent, and everything is a manifestation of God. However, in Abrahamic traditions, God is the creator, redeemer, and sustainer. God is only transcendent, and God is separate from his creation. Now let us explore the way that each belief system views creation. So Dharmic traditions believe that life is pure to begin with, and sin is what happens when humans divert from their path. However, Abrahamic traditions believe that all humans are a result of the original sin, and that the universe arose from nothing. Also, Dharmic traditions believe that time is cyclical, with no definite beginning nor an end. However, Abrahamic traditions believe in a linear timeline, with a definite beginning and a definite end. This also reflects the way that each belief system views life after death, because Dharmic traditions state that there is incarnation, and that we do not go straight to heaven or hell after dying. However, Abrahamic traditions state that once someone dies, that is it, and they either go to heaven or they go to hell. Now let us explore some other key differences. So let's start with the way that each belief system views other religions and or beliefs. So Dharmic traditions believe that there are many paths to God, and that there is no concept of heaven or hell. Also, moksha, or liberation, is the destiny of all humans. However, Abrahamic traditions state that the path to God is a one-way path, and this path is highlighted in each religious book, respectively, whether that be the Torah, the Bible, or the Quran. Also, heaven is for the believers, and hell is for those who did not believe in God and sinned. Finally, and most importantly, let us compare the way that each belief system views women. So Abrahamic belief systems refer to God as God the Father, and women are traditionally depicted as being subordinate to men. There is no concept of a divine mother, nor are there any female prophets. However, in Dharmic beliefs, Brahman is genderless, and there are plenty of female deities and saints. Also, there is a concept of a divine mother. Now let us compare Kashmiri Shaivism versus the standard Vedanta philosophy. So first let us start off with the nature of the ultimate reality. In Kashmiri Shaivism, this is referred to as Paramashiva, and Paramashiva is an active being. However, in Vedanta philosophy, the ultimate reality is referred to as Brahman, and Brahman is a passive being. In Kashmiri Shaivism and Vedanta, there are three gunas. However, the definition of a guna is different in each one. So the three gunas in Kashmiri Shaivism are powers of Paramashiva, and they are Jnana, Kriya, and Maya. However, in the standard Vedanta philosophy, the three gunas are part of nature and influence the ways people act. So those are Sattva, which is the guna of those who strive to be truthful and pure. There's Rajas, which is the guna of motivation and greed. And then there is Tamas, or the guna which is associated with people who are lazy. Other important differences include the way that each belief system views Maya and the Tattvas. So Maya in Kashmiri Shaivism is a power of Paramashiva, as mentioned before, and Maya is a real thing. And Maya also makes us forget that we are all ultimately part of Paramashiva. Maya is a part of Paramashiva, and it is inseparable. However, In Vedanta philosophy, Maya is unreal, sort of like a mirage in a desert. Maya is a part of nature, and it blinds us. And the only way we can see past Maya is if we study the scripture and see that we are all part of it. Now let us compare the definition of a tattva in each belief system. So in Kashmiri Shaivism and in Vedanta philosophy, a tattva is a manifestation of consciousness or reality. Some tattvas are more real than others. This would be similar to the dream versus the wake state. While we dream, we think that what happens in our dreams is the truth, until we wake up and realize that the dream was simply an illusion. Similarly, there are many different stages of tattvas and many different stages of reality. So in Vedanta there are 25 tattvas, however in Kashmiri Shaivism there are 36. 23 of these are directly from Vedanta, 2 have been slightly modified, and the other 11 are completely unique to Kashmiri Shaivism. Finally, let us compare the role of Lord Shiva in each belief system. So one important thing to realize is that Parma Shiva in Kashmiri Shaivism is not the same as the deity Lord Shiva. In Vedanta, Lord Shiva is part of a trinity, which includes Brahma and Vishnu. However, in Kashmiri Shaivism, Parma Shiva is the ultimate reality, and is usually depicted as being part male and part female, or Shiva and Shakti. Now let us compare the role of the yogas in each belief system. So, both belief systems believe in the importance of karma yoga, or the yoga of action. However, in Kashmiri Shaivism, the definition of karma yoga is performing actions with uninterrupted focus on God. It is okay to experience worldly pleasures as long as it is within reason. However, Vedanta states that one must perform actions without thinking of the reward, and is much more strict about to the extent of which one can experience worldly pleasures. Finally, let us compare the paths of yoga in each one. So, in Kashmiri Shaivism, there are 3 paths of yoga. These are Shambhava Yoga, Shakti Yoga, and Anava Yoga. However, in Vedanta, there are 4, and these are Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, as mentioned before, Bhakti Yoga, and Raja Yoga. And to conclude, while Dharmic and Abrahamic traditions both state that there is one ultimate God, they differ on the way that they define this God. In Abrahamic traditions, God is more of a master, who we all must follow. And Abrahamic traditions allow for very little freedom for humans, while Dharmic traditions believe that we must all experience God for ourselves, and God is therefore a much more personal God. While Kashmiri Shaivism and Vedanta ultimately believe in the same general concepts, they differ on the way that they define these concepts. Also, while Vedanta advocates a life of renunciation, Kashmiri Shaivism recommends that people practice yoga and meditation daily and strive to lead good, positive lives. Kashmir Shaivism is free of restrictions of caste, creed, and gender. Any devout aspirant can have access to both the theory and practice of this philosophy. In Kashmiri Shaivism, practice of religion is considered more important than theological debates. Also, Kashmiri Shaivism does not advocate a life of renunciation, known as sannyasahood, or profession of monks, but recommends an active householder's life with daily practice of worship, yoga, and meditation. The use of outward symbols, such as yellow and orange robes, matted hair, and ashes are prohibited. Worldly enjoyment as a goal of worldly life is recognized and respected, but a spiritual path aimed at harmonizing bhakti, worldly enjoyment, and mukti, liberation, is advocated. Kashmiri Shaivism does not advocate suppression of one's emotions and instincts, but provides a spiritual path aimed at their sublimation towards the ultimate goal of spiritual freedom. Throughout this presentation, I was able to learn the differences between Dharmic and Abrahamic traditions and Vedanta and Kashmiri Shaivism, and it really allowed me to learn more about my faith and understand who I am. And the research I did allowed me to learn more about my culture and the importance of my culture in my life. Thank you.